we're going to do our usual top 8 stuff this week, but we're going to do something a little bit different. So we'll probably just do it one by one. So one of us will read out our top 8s, and then we're probably going to do our power rankings. So what a power rankings is, it's basically who you think is the best team right now. And this close to finals, it's pretty much like your ranking of the premiership favourites pretty much. And obviously you're going to be using the 8 teams from your top 8 prediction of it, because they're the 8 teams you think who are going to make finals. I'll start us off. So my predicted top 8, I've just used the ladder predictor it's the same one I've been using for like 10 rounds, so I don't know if it even works anymore. But number 1, I've got the Cats. Number 2, I've got the Demons. Number 3, I've got the Dogs. Number 4, I've got Port. So I've obviously got Port losing to the Dogs. Number 5, I've got Brizzy. Number 6, I've got the Swannies. Number 7, I've got the Giants. And number 8, I've got the Bombers, with Freo coming 9th, but missing out on percentage by a long way. Actually, their percentage was like 90 or something on my predictor. And then my power rankings. So out of the 8 teams I've got making finals, I've got my number 1 as the Geelong Cats. For me, I know they're a perennial choker in prelims and finals in general, but think this could be their year. Number 2, I've got the Demons. I've been a bit of a pessimist on the Demons all year, but I'll finally buy in with Pilch. He's sort of been their spokesperson for a while, and yeah, it's true what he says. They just have an unreal record against the big teams, which is undeniable. Number 3, I've got the Lions. I think when they're in good form, they're the best team in the comp, and they're in good form right now. So it's just a matter of whether they can sustain that good form for the next 5 weeks. Number 4, sorry, Pilch, I've got the Dogs. My reasoning for this is because I've got the Power not finishing in a top 2 spot, so I don't have them playing a home game week 1. Well, obviously we don't really know where finals are going to be played with COVID and stuff, but just off traditional logic, I've got them missing out on a home final week 1, and then that, like, barring a shock win over the Cats, that means they would have an away prelim if they got through to that stage. So I don't really like them in an away prelim. So I got Dogs 4, Power 5th, and then for me, 6th, 7th, and 8th is just a coin flip. The Swannies have sort of lost a bit of their form, so I've actually got the Giants in at 6th. They're a bit of a giant killer at the moment. Swanee 7th and Bombers 8th. But yeah, that's my power rankings. Pilch, top 8 and power rankings, please, mate.
Yep. So top 8 ladder, I've also got Geelong first, but I have Port second. Got them beating the Bulldogs. Melbourne third, Brizzy 4th, Bulldogs 5th. Because obviously, if they lose to Port, Brizzy will get them if they win on percentage. Sydney 6th, GWS 7th, Bombers 8th. And then I've also got Freo beating the Saints. I just think it's a typical game for the Saints to lose, but they'll miss out on percentage.
100%.
Apologies for that opinion, Rowie. Power rankings. I'll start from the top.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'll start from the top. So, yeah, I completely agree. Geelong, number 1. I just think, on paper, undeniably the best list. Even with Tom Stewart out, I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. Someone can come in and play a role. I don't think his role is that important. I know he's a gun player, but it's not going to make that much of a difference, in my opinion. Second, I've got Brisbane. This is bold, but I'm really scared of Brisbane. I don't know if it's because they always beat Port by 80 points, but when they get on top of you, they just absolutely pile on the goals. They're number 1 in the comp for points scored. And as you said, Cork, their best is just insane, but they are prone to not turning up on the day. So we'll see how it goes. Number 3, I've got the D's. It's all really tight, but the D's, as you mentioned, they've been giant killers all season, and I expect them to do damage. Number 4, I've got the Bulldogs. They've completely fallen off, but we've seen what they've done all year, so I'm sure they'll turn it around. Number 5, I've got the Swannies, 6, GWS, 7, Bombers, and then due to now not being the time to tempt fate, I've got Port Adelaide at 8th.
So we've gone from 1 to 8 in the
You're
last
such
few
a dog,
weeks.
mate. You're such a dog. Anti-jinxes don't work if they're intentional, mate.
We'll see about that, mate.
The jinx lords know you're doing it intentionally. But nah, fair enough. I do rate. I was getting a bit concerned. I was like, geez, this is pessimistic from Pilch, but I latched onto it pretty quick when you didn't have them like 6th or 7th.
Actually, there's nothing funny about it, mate. Deadly serious.
Yeah, well, now I hope there'll be straight sets, but I'm really interested to hear yours, mate.
Yeah, easy. So I'll do the top 8 prediction first, just going off what I think will happen this weekend. So number 1, the Cats can claim the minor premiership. D's can grab 2nd. Doggies in at 3rd and Port 4th. I've got Port losing at Marvel as well. Brizzy in at 5th. The Swannies at 6. GWS and Essendon 7 and 8 are the teams I've got making it. Power rankings, I've also got Geelong in at 1. I think in a year where there's going to be a lot of uncertainty going to finals in terms of who's got the best, who's the most likely. I think it might be a case of the most experienced steps up and takes it, which are definitely the Cats. They are also definitely the best team on paper. Melbourne, I've gone in at 2nd. I don't know, for whatever, just because, obviously they're still a good side and they know how to beat top 8 teams. We've seen that all year. 3rd, I've also got Brisbane. Their best, I agree, is scary. Probably up there with the best in terms of teams' best output, if that makes sense. Their best is better than everyone else's best. So they are scary when they're pulling the goals, but yeah, they can sometimes not show up. I don't know how they didn't show up against the Saints a few weeks ago, but we'll leave it at that. The Doggies in at 4th. I just still think their quality in their list is so good. I can't get them any lower than that, even though they've got this bit of a form slump going on, but hopefully she'll be right. I've got Port in at 5th. Just like finding the emergence stuff of Aliir off halfback. I don't know what he's done over the last few weeks, where he's, paid a trip to Stephen Dank or something, but he's on fire. At number 6, Sydney, even though we have lost our man, the Lizard, with a broken leg. I don't know if lizards can actually grow legs back or limbs or whatever, but he can't by the sounds of it. So he's going to have to miss the season. So we've dropped the Swannies down to 6th. The Giants is 7th. Pilch is still froze on me with a thumbs up, so I don't know what's happening there. The Giants are in at 7th for me. Still think their talent's good enough to beat anyone. And Essendon, I think they're just going to make up the numbers this final series. It'll be a good test for their youngsters, but I think the what was the drug? I forgot the drug was called. Someone said it to me the other day. Well, I think it's worn off by now, so I don't think it's going to have an effect this September. I think they'll probably go out first week, but we'll wait and see. It'll be a great viewing, but yeah.
I actually forget what the drug was. It was like...
Yeah, it was probably my most commonly used term years ago.
Wasn't it like 2 letters and then a series of numbers?
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3. It was like was it AOD or something? I don't know.
Oh, that actually...
I'm going to search it up.
Yeah, you search it up. All right,
yeah.
Pilch asked us to both, obviously excluding the Power because that would be your obvious choice. Out of those 8, well, you're 8, which team do you most want to see win a premiership, or would you be like least mad at, and which team would you be like, which team do you least want to see win one, if that makes sense?
Yeah, so barring the Power, I'm a Swans fan at heart, so I'm going to have to say Sydney. And then who I would least want to see, it's out of Geelong and Brisbane, but probably give the edge to Geelong, seeing as they've had more recent success.
Brisbane?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Brisbane. I think they have a lot of flogs in their team.
Yeah. That's an interesting thing. I know you don't. Well, Zorko.
Zorko, Mitch Robinson.
Yeah, I know you don't like
all the tall forwards, all 3 of them. Although Hipwood's out, which is good. Repulsive head.
How can Dan McStay done wrong?
Just repulsive head. He kicked 7 on Cleary one time. So
that is so random, but fair enough. To be honest, I don't think many of these teams are hateable. Actually, like I reckon it's a pretty
Geelong are very hateable, mate.
Yeah, Geelong are just because they're good, but like with Richmond and West Coast out, I think Thing is, though, like,
to
I
be
actually
fair,
don't
it is a
even hate
likable.
Geelong.
I agree. I just hate.
I don't hate
those
Geelong,
two.
but yeah, I'd probably say at least want to see them win one. But most, I'd like to see GWS, given what they had to suffer.
Yeah.
Suffer
They'd
into
be
their
my second.
orifices on 2019 grand final day, but they got bent over a table there. But so yeah, probably Giants number one. But yeah, power, I guess I would want to see Pilch happy because I'm a good friend.
That's right.
Rowie, do you have your favourites and least favourites in this top 8?
I would love to see the Giants win one, just so I don't know, everyone can get, all the neutrals can get around them. Yeah, it'd be cool to see one of these, introductory teams win a flag. I'm talking about Gold Coast and GWS, just so we can almost stop thinking about them. Or at least one of them is like, these newbies. So I'm definitely going to be getting around the Giants. I'd like to see Brisbane. I know, obviously, I think a few of their players are flogs too. Maybe not Dan McStay, but I would like to see them because I like all their young guns and a few of their other players. It'd be good for the Melbourne to win one, I think, just because of their fans. Don't want to see Geelong. I think it'd be pretty funny if they still can't win one. I wouldn't mind seeing the Dogs win one and the Swans. I know they've won a few recently, but I still, I don't hate either of them. They got some really good young talent, so definitely be happy with that. And I would like to see Port and win one as well. I think that'd be good because obviously the last time they played in the Premiership, it didn't go down too well. So, and
appreciate it, mate.
If the Bombers somehow get that far, that'd be great. But I don't know if I could cope with that, at least not until they're deserving winners. But given there's a lot of Essendon fans that I think would let us know about it. But I'd basically every team apart from Geelong, I'm happy to see win it. But definitely going to be on the Giants bandwagon.
Yeah, I think surely these teams aren't hateable, or are we just like good blokes and just like all the lads? I think we're right though. Geelong are sort of.
I will say I hate a lot of teams, and the only two that I dislike are Geelong and Brisbane. So it's a likable top 8.
Yeah. I think if Brisbane made a grand final, it would be a worthy shootout. I reckon it'd be a good spectacle.
Yeah, actually,
if it was a close game, so I cut out there.
Yeah, but if Dan McStay kicks one, I'm not watching.
It's a miracle! Oh yeah! What about that one? Unbelievable! Balotelli, Aguero! Crowd cheers. Here's Siddle.